Yacaré Porá is a model caiman farm on the Puerto Valle Ranch in the Utizango district of the province of Corrientes in the northeast of Argentina. Here, a program is carried out for the conservation and sustainable exploitation of the two species of caiman found in the region, the broad-snouted caiman and the black caiman, by means of harvesting eggs in the wild for breeding in hatcheries. The technique is known as ranching and has been developed to help resolve a difficult problem. The caiman has traditionally formed a part of the economy of the region. However, after decades of intensive exploitation, the two species of caiman were on the verge of extinction. Ranching has provided an interesting solution, ensuring an adequate supply of caimans to meet the demands of the industry, at the same time as returning to their habitat as many caimans as would have survived without human intervention. This is the beginning of a new link in the relationship chain between man and nature. Eggs begin to be harvested in December. To do so, Yacaré Porá receives information from the inhabitants of the region and cattle ranch hands on the whereabouts of the nests. This information is provided in exchange for economic reward and training in the handling of the eggs. During the summer, many inhabitants abandon the hunt for caimans in the wild, turning instead to the search and harvesting of caiman nests.
Sí, lo destapé así chiquitito, tenía un montón de huevos, pero chiquitito lo destapé y después lo volví a tapar.
¿Lo volviste a tapar?
Sí, lo volví a tapar como no sabía cómo el tema, ¿viste?
¿No tocaste los huevos?
No, no toqué nada. Esa blanca de calma.
Eggs must be handled with extreme care, and the local population is provided with detailed training. The manager of operations at Yacaré Porá is in charge of leading the searches.
Cuando pintamos los huevos, tienen que quedar en la misma posición en que están pintados. Y uno al lado del otro para que en el viaje no se muevan ni se giren. Usted agarra el más fino, siempre lo más fino para que se meta dentro del huevo. Entonces agarra y le hace este movimiento.
As a result, egg harvesting has become part of the chain of production for the local population, providing a stable annual income. Conservation of the wetlands, adult caimans, and therefore the eggs has therefore been transformed into a resource. Once at the farm, the eggs are stored in incubator boxes. Later, eggs are numbered and transferred to an incubator, where they will spend between 60 and 80 days developing in an environment where the temperature and humidity are controlled, and they can be protected from predators, fires, cold spells, and drought. As a result, the egg hatching rate, which in nature is approximately 30%, reaches 90% at the farm. The hatching of caimans is an extremely delicate moment. When the young are ready to hatch, they begin to emit a cry from within the egg. At the farm, hatching receives human assistance, as shells are carefully opened by hand, just like mothers would do with their snouts. The cry emitted by the young from within the egg helps the hatching to become synchronized. Once the first caimans have been born, the rest follow almost immediately behind. Each caiman then receives a mark on its tail, indicating the year of birth and the nest to which it belongs, enabling sure identification of the animals during raising and after their release. Once they have been marked, the baby caimans are transferred to temperature-controlled pools where they continue their development. The caimans remain at the farm for approximately 1 year. With adequate health control, feeding, temperature, and hygiene, the survival rate for caimans born here is as much as 50 times higher than the rate of survival in the wild. By providing suitable care, the farm is able to count on a significant number of animals, so that some can be used to meet the demand from industry, while a large number of the caimans that have been bred can be returned to nature. A programmed return of caimans to nature is carried out once a year under the control and supervision of provincial, national, and international authorities. The number of caimans released is equivalent to the number that would have survived in nature without human intervention, or even greater if there is a need to help restore the levels of populations that have been weakened. Caiman conservation has brought together those of us forming part of Yacaré Porá, the supervising authorities, landowners, and the local population. Each egg harvested in the field provides a benefit. That is why caiman are considered to be a valuable resource, as well as a fundamental species for the overall conservation of the Corrientes wetlands. Yacaré Porá, a sustainable development project from Corrientes to the world.